Well, good evening to you. Welcome to the Denka Big Swan Stadium. It's another riveting J-League game in store. I think particularly given the fact for those players in the tunnel and those fans there, it is life without Andres Iniesta begins now for Vissel Kobe. Runaway leaders at the start of the J-League season. They've hit a few difficulties of late and they've dropped to third in the table. They have to get back moving again with a game in hand that they have over the two sides above them. The champions Yokohama F. Marinos and Nagoya Grampus as well. And today they head to Niigata, exactly where we are in the Denka Big Swan. That lengthy journey. Some have travelled by road, taken up to 7 hours. Near 600 kilometres between these two great places in Japan. And for Albirex Niigata, the surprise package of the J-League season. Another side that has really caught the eye, attracted a lot of attention. Promoted as champions of J2 last season. Got off to a good start. They themselves have hit some difficulties of late. Their main problem in front of goal, more on that as we count down to kick-off. But at the moment, they are sitting quite comfortably above the relegation places. And these fans here are really enjoying their season. And the brand of football that's been on display as well has been entertaining and exciting. Always going to be difficult. It is a fairly young side. It's a side full of verve and vigour and enthusiasm. But today, a tough test for them against a side packed with international experience. The side's about to join us. Well, it's another wonderful atmosphere inside the Denka Big Swan as the two teams make their way out of the tunnel, led by Koichiro Fukushima, the referee today. Albirex Niigata and Vissel Kobe. Vissel Kobe for the first time today without Andres Iniesta. His spell at the club coming to an end after last week's game with Consadole Sapporo. And in truth, it's been the long goodbye for the Spanish football legend. We've known for a month he was going. That's when we had the initial confirmation. Last week, you have to say, it was a rare start for him in that game, in his goodbye game, when he played nearly an hour of that. But today, the likes of Yuya Osako and Yoshinoro Muto will once again take centre stage for this Vissel Kobe side. They have been in their expected good form this season. 20 goals between the two experienced Japanese internationals. And their 20 goals, by the way, is only one shy of the total scored by Albirex this season. Their main problem, of course, has been how to replace Ryotaro Ito up front, who's joined Sidtruden. 7 goals for him this season. There are changes today, 3 of them in total from last week's win against Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Shimada, Danilo and Koji Tsuruki all drop out. In to the side tonight come Matsuda, Taniguchi and Takehiro Ko in the middle of midfield. Up front, Kaito Taniguchi leads the line. Only a couple of years ago, he was banging goals in the third tier of Japanese football, now very much centre stage in the top flight. Experienced team leading us tonight, Koichiro Fukushima, assisted by Nishihashi-san and Horikoshi-san. The fourth official, Tomoyuki Ueda, who of course we regularly see out there in the middle himself. And in the VAR booth tonight, Yudai Yamamoto and Tomokazu Sato. Hopefully we don't need them. Here's the Vissel Kobe side, and there are changes. They were disappointing last week against Consadole Sapporo. Significantly tonight that Yuya Osako returns to lead the line up front Sanaki and Osaki also come into the side, as out goes Honda, Jean-Patrick, and of course Andres Iniesta. So Sasaki comes into midfield. Osaka, with his 12 goals, leads the line, supported by Yoruki and Muto. And then, of course, Leo Osaki drops in at the heart of the defence in place of Honda. Well, it all looked so good for Vissel Kobe at the start of the season. They were actually held up somewhat by the fact they drew 0-0 with Albirex Niigata when they got off to a real flyer at the start of the season. But as we say, they've had the difficulties of late. And they need to get back to that consistency that got them flying. They've only won 2 of the last 5 games. A defeat against Cerezo in Osaka and draws away at Kishiura Reysol, and then, of course, at home last week to Consadole. In a game I think we expected to be absolutely flooded with goals. It actually ended up in a 1-1 draw and a late equaliser for Vissel. So a big game for them. They chase in the league title. For Albirex Niigata, the task is quite simple. Can they get enough points to maintain their J1 status, having been promoted as champions at the end of last season, to end a 5-year spell in J2? Back in the big time now, and looking to be regular competitors at this stage. It's a lovely evening in Niigata. It's been a lovely day as well, as Albirex and Vissel get us underway on Friday night football in the J-League, where I think you would probably say that there's more pressure on Vissel Kobe to go out there and win the game. But of course, Albirex Niigata have upset enough people already this season with their performances. That's really good, though, by Yoruki. He's a little unfortunate. He's had a really good year, Yoruki. 3 goals from that left-hand side, 5 in total last season, but it's not just been that, it's been its all-round contribution up and down that left flank. Really does dovetail well with Muto and with Osako. Here's Deng, the Australian international. Well, not the best first touch by Fujiwara, and Yoruki's cross was charged down. He will try again here. Probably fair to say that he is very well assisted by Ryo Atsuse coming down that left side. They work really well together. The fullback has been the subject of a lot of interest from clubs across Europe in this past few months. Recent change of hairstyle for him. He had the long ponytail at the start of the season. Now, of course, a more bleached look. That's Mateus Tuller, the Brazilian, with the clearance, and then Leo Osaki. Deng will tidy up. Way by Kojima. Good read by Gotoko Sakai. Really nice welcome for him tonight on his return to his, well, I say home city. He's actually hails from Sanjo City, about 30 kilometers away, but he died in the wall in terms of his boyhood and his upbringing at this club in Albirex Niigata. That's where he made his name and went off, of course, to play in Europe for so long. Here he is again, Sakai. He runs into the challenge of Naoto Arai. Tuller doing well. That is one of the few players that's been brought in from outside and from a J-League club this season. Coming in from Cerezo. This is a ball for Yoruki. Fujiwara is the defender. Yuruki has beaten him. Comes out to Yamaguchi, and it might come for Yuruki, and the defender did enough. Well, he's been very involved in this, what, opening 3.5 minutes. Deng with the initial header. Yuruki didn't really have much to work with that. Here's Leo Osaki, returning to the heart of the defence tonight. Osako. Here's Muto. Step one was good. Around one man, around two. And they were just able to crowd him out. Good cover in the end from Watanabe. That's nice. Just opening the game up here for Matsudo. Watanabe. Speaking about people who have been born and raised and bred in Niigata, born a stone's throw from the stadium and brought up in the city, worked all his life with Albirex. The 24-year-old at the heart of the Albirex defence. Quite fitting perhaps that he was the one that was on hand on media duty to talk about Sakai's return. That's a lovely ball. And Muto, and the defender did enough. There was a look towards the referee initially, whether or not the contact was illegal. Muto looked as though he got around him, didn't he? That's when the coming together came just after that. The initial ball, you could see where the flag stayed down. Just there, that challenge. You just wondered about the legality of it, just as the arm comes across. The referee and VAR working together and deciding that that's shoulder to shoulder and legal. Of course, it has been part of the game that the encouragement of legal physical challenges has been certainly worked on, and the importance of it stressed as well by the lawmakers. Here's Leo Osaki. Hatsusa, Yuruki, Osako, Sakai, Yamaguchi. The defender went the other way, didn't he? Yamaguchi wanted him to go in behind, and he was going the other way. It was 4 years he had in the first team in Niigata. Gotoku Sakai, 89 appearances in all competitions. Scored just the one goal before he headed off to the heights of the Bundesliga. What a fine career he's had. And of course, all those representative honours for his country as well. Not bad for a lad from Sanjo City. Back with Kojima. Watanabe. We did speak glowingly of the impact and just the leadership, the influence that Sakai's career has had on young players at Niigata. Of course, it's one of the best lines now to European football in the J-League. It's European clubs are shopping in Japan quite regularly, and most notably Ryotaro Ito recently, making that move to Sint-Truiden in Belgium. That's a path well worn in recent years. 7 goals for him at the start of this J-League season is a massive, massive blow for Albirex not to have him available. You do wonder where the goals will come from now, and that's been their problem, but they are making ground here. Away by Osaki. That win here a week ago for Albirex was it was a really good performance to go along with the victory. Mito and Araki with the goals. I think it's probably fair to say Shunsuke Mito has been the one who has shone since the departure of Ito. Only 20 now, and of course has played for Japan at all the youth levels. Really glowing light in Japanese football now. Everyone knew of his talent, and he started to bring that to the very top level. 16 starts, the 18 games for the 20-year-old. A couple of goals from that position, just off the front man, I suppose you'd say. It wasn't the easiest ball for Kojima to deal with. He actually did well to stop it going for a corner and get it out to where he did. Hatsuse. This is Mateus Tuller. Osaki. Osako. Here's Yuruki. Just couldn't quite take the ball down with his first touch. That's a foul. His desperation to win the ball back. A bit of a wild swing on Taro Matsuda. Matsuda, by the way, on this near side, playing on the right-hand side for Albirex, on loan from Yokohama F. Marinos, so no doubt he will have taken a couple of calls and messages this week from his teammates there, asking for a favour in this game. And starting today as well, having been on the bench last week. That's nice. Check from Ari. Watanabe. Slightly done by Hoshi. Wants to get in behind here, although the ball didn't really give him much to work with. But there's the cross. Headed away well by Osaki. It's a miscue, will give Yuruki the chance to break at the other end. Nice to keep the ball in play as Cole went with him. Thomas Deng able to deal with it. Never ever felt that Yuruki was in full command of that situation there. Here is Matsuda. Nearly squeezed its way through, and the strike was hit with decent power, but a little too straight. Uncomfortable for the goalkeeper from Taniguchi. It's a big physical presence. His work rate has been admired by many this season. There's Taniguchi, mainly used from the bench. And now given the opportunity. Hatsuse, Yuya Osako, and again Sakai, Yamaguchi. Osako is arriving. Fujiwara got the ball away, and the second header was a brave one and a good one. A little bit of confidence now coming into the play from Vissel Kobe. Just commanding on the ball. Starting to get into good areas in the opposition half. Sasaki can't find a way through. Ryosuke Kojima. Well, that's a risky place to start playing on the edge of the penalty area. Osako! Well, you play with fire, you get burnt. And that's exactly what's happened to Albirex Niigata there. Trying to play out from the back, one touch too many, give it away and give a chance to that man, and quite simply, he isn't going to miss. He just wasn't there to play there. Really good press, really good finish, and despite the best attempts of the goalkeeper, there was to be no keeping it out. That did so well to close down the man in possession. And Yuya Osako scores his 13th J-League goal of the season. Vissel Kobe are in front. He said just as they were starting to get confident, starting to get commanding, another goal for Osako. His record is quite brilliant this season. 13 in 18 and a bit games. Bearing in mind, he didn't even start last week, of course, against Consadole Sapporo. That's Yoruki. Liz Wasaki. Ryo Hatsuse. Yuruki. There's Tula. Up of Maekawa will get the ball downfield. Not seen much of Maekawa so far, just that one shot at him from Yanaguchi, which was comfortably saved. Now Albirex, chasing the game, must claw their way back into it rung by rung. Looked a foul, looked a little late. Referee spotting it, seeing it, and pulling them up for the challenge on Fujiwara. One of those where the ball was there, but only for a fraction, it was soon gone. A word, an apology from the fullback. Oh, it's good to see. Well, I wonder what's going through the mind of Rikito Matsuhashi. down there in the technical area. Given this opportunity in Niigata. As the successor to Alberto Puig. Given a new contract as well after the second tier. And he's really, I mean, he's got a side here that really has such plaudits for the way they've gone about their business so far this season. That's good defending by Arai. Saki has just flung that downfield and had a play at the far end because the referee just wants to stop the game here for a moment. There is a problem and there's going to be a change as well. Mateus Tuller, who pulled up a couple of minutes ago, is looking as though he's going to have to make way. And well, I think we wanted to have a look at him first, but that's not going to happen. And so I say, you know, we'll come on to replace him. And Brazilian deciding that there's no way he can continue. So a little readjustment, and a little change around because, of course, the fullback comes on. It means that Sakai will probably go and play centre-back alongside Osaki. That's where he has gone into now. His years of experience, of course. Comes off Osako. Oshi doing well with Ko to keep possession. Of course, it was Oshi who lost the ball for the goal. And here come Niigata, and they've got numbers forward here, and the strike from distance beaten away by the goalkeeper. And then it was Taniguchi who threw the header in. That's a really good save by Maekawa. Initial strike was hit with some power by Mito. Second save might turn out to be very important. Matsuda can't keep it. Osako all on his own at the moment. And support is arriving slowly. There's Yoroki. Nice did it again, and Muto always available. That's again a decent little ball where they've got plenty to hit in the middle. Sasaki had joined Osako. The substitute having just joined is not quite able to get down that line, and this is the effort by Mito. He hit it well enough, but again, it's one of those the goalkeeper would always expect to save. Second save looked pretty good from the header by Taniguchi. Deng just needs to be careful, and was in the end. Tsuse with a throw. A little bit of wrestling with Muto and Ko. With a cushion header down on the edge of the penalty area, giving Albirex the chance to launch a counter-attack. Nicely done by Matsuda. Won't have the legs, though, to get through. Muto doing so well. Osako. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Had no right to keep the ball there and find a teammate, but it's exactly what he did. Osaki. Sakai. He just left his ball a little short, but it was seen very quickly by Saito. Does that anchor job in midfield so well for this Kobe side. That's nice. This is Muto. Didn't quite have the same joy as Osako a moment or two ago. He thought he was fouled. Yuruki. They've already got problems injury-wise in defence, the Vissel Kobe. Ryo Kikuchi has been out since very early on in the season with that ACL injury in his knee, and of course Tetsushi Yamakawa has that fractured metatarsal. It's kept him out since the end of May. Both long-term injuries. Having to deal with that, having to reach into the squad. Osako. Oh, he's done well again to keep possession. This is Muto. He's got Sasaki in the middle and Yuruki joining now. Deng did well. Free kick goes the way of the attacker. And Muto suggesting that the assistant could have given it rather than the referee. In the end, he's won a free kick. Foul by the Australian Thomas Deng. Wasn't much in it. Well, Hatsuse with his left foot will come over and take the free kick. He tends to take all the free kicks around the penalty area. All the set pieces, his left foot is a very dangerous weapon for Vissel Kobe. Goalkeeper makes a very comfortable and clean catch. Isn't the tallest goalkeeper, the Albirex man. Just over 1.80 m, which is comparatively smaller than a lot of the goalkeepers that you come across these days. Here's Deng. It's Sakai with the challenge. I admit it would be quite an emotional day for him to return to Niigata for this game. having been away for so long, and of course Albirex being out of the top flight for so long. That's nicely done, and Matsuda trying to squeeze it across with Taniguchi. Maikawa in the way, and very calmly in the way as well. So you need your experienced goalkeeper. Maikawa calm again. Not the best touch by Hatsuse. Deng will tidy up with his goalkeeper there. Deng again. Australian international, but of course, one of the great stories of football, one of those players that has born as a refugee and made his life and his football career in another country. He'd been born in Kenya as a South Sudanese refugee. Moved to Australia at a very young age, brought up there in football with a football-loving family. Now plays football for Australia. Matsuda, that's good. And the defender again doing enough and getting across. Really good from Saito. Fair to say the Socceroos have had a couple, of course, of that type of footballer in recent years who's gone to Australia at a young age as a refugee. Our Mabil, of course, is another one who made his name playing in Denmark with the Midtjylland, having played, of course, for Adelaide United. Plays for Australia with Deng. Two great friends off the field. That's caught. Here is Deng. We've played 31.5 minutes. Kobe on top and playing a very controlled brand of football right now. Fair to say that they're letting Albirex have the ball and playing on the counter-attack. Trying to suck out the home side to commit men to attack. That said, there have been a few promising moments for the home side in the last few minutes, showing something that they're not going to be shy and have the opportunity to try and find a way through. Watanabe. Deng. Had to be speedy as he was closed down by Sasaki. Nicely done by Deng. Played the way through the press nicely. This is Taniguchi, back to Thomas Deng. Header was good. Now then, this is Komi with the cross, away by Osaki. We'll come back to opportunity to deliver the ball came from Naudari. Again, it's probing from Albirex. Can they unlock the Kobe door? It's a good ball, but not a good take. An opportunity was there for Akaro Matsuda. This was his run a few moments ago. And brilliant cover by Saito. More than a handful of games for the man in us. He came a couple of seasons ago. Had his injury problems, of course. Good win by Watanabe. Nicely done by Hoshi. So a good foot. Sako, first touch immaculate. And wins the free kick. When it hits him, it sticks. And there's no coming away from it. 33 now. All started at Kashima Antlers, of course, back in 2009. And then successful time at Köln and then Werder Bremen before returning to Vissel back in August 2021. It's probably fair to say that it's with his country that he really has made his name. 57 caps, a goal every other game for his country. Remember that goal against Colombia in Russia in 2018 to help Japan become the first Asian team to beat a South American team. Brilliant take by Yuruki. Deng with some really good cover. Taniguchi does well. Now this has opened the game up. Taniguchi, ball was there a little bit square, which takes the opportunity away for a moment. And the challenge was made, and the opportunity was gone. But they were close there with Albirex Niigata. They're the merest margin on the pass. And the game's all square, as it is. Didn't even get a shot away. Throwing one again off Sakai. Fujiwara will take. Nice from Matsuda. A little bit of space for Yuji Hoshi. Hoshi again. A little reverse ball, but defeated everybody, including Komi, who was trying to sneak in behind. Asking questions. Unfortunately, not getting any answers for Albirex Niigata at the moment. It's very, very tidy from Arai. Deng. He's So that big diagonal crossfield pass a few times in his first half. He was looking at it again there, looking for Yota Komi. Himself a bit to do. Kojima, the goalkeeper. Again, they're determined to play out, but again, they've given it away. Osako, for once, unable to keep it under pressure. That's Komi. This is Matsuda. That's Mito. Couldn't quite squeeze it through. He'll try again. All right. Keito Taniguchi. Nearly squeezed it through as well again for Kobe. Taniguchi again. Fujiwara. Angles are being closed very quickly. Might just have to start again and recycle it here. Kobe shut the door. That's what they've done every time. Albirex have tried to squeeze in behind. Here come the team in orange again. Go. Nice, Taniguchi. Well, he had to take it and get the shot away all in one instant. He managed to do that. Not quite able to pack the necessary punch to beat Maekawa. Deng. Matsuda. That's handball by Taniguchi. Tried to hide the fact that it hit his arm and suggest it might have been accidental, but the way he lifted his arm up was a bit of a giveaway. Kojima again. Oh, Deng. His pass hit Yoruki. They'll be able to get out, but more by luck than good play. Been a good game, this. Been a good watch. It's been open. Two sides that look dangerous. Muto looking for a break off the defender, doesn't get one. And again, it's really nicely dealt with by Watanabe. Takehiroko. All right. Taniguchi, this is Matsuda, and arriving at pace. Oh, what a save! That is quite sensational from Maekawa. Keito Taniguchi must have thought he'd scored here. It was his pass. Matsuda returned the favour, and it looked for all the money in the world as though that was going in. What a reaction from the goalkeeper. Oh, it's an astonishing save. It really is. A moment of brilliance from Daiya Maekawa. As good a save as you'll see anywhere in the world. Almost changed direction in midair. You'll watch that over and over again. And just admire it. Mito with the corner. And the strike from the edge of the penalty area. Get another chance here. And another chance. Fired in by Komi. The defensive line doing its job. Here's Deng. Can he turn tricky winger to create a chance? Oh, that's great hands. It's a brilliant little ball by the Australian as well. Nearly caught everybody out except him, who's looking pretty irresistible right now between those posts. Great hand. Nearly lost it, made sure he kept it. Well, the end of the first half approaches. Albirex Niigata must have thought they were on terms. As soon as they saw it leave Taniguchi's foot, they must have thought, brilliant, 1-1. Great goal as well. Only for Maekawa to produce that moment of, a memorable save, really was. It's a pretty agricultural challenge by Saito, that's nice. Again, the block by Osaki, such a good one. Hoshi. Arai. Nicely done, Taniguchi. Man around the corner. Couldn't find Yota Komi waiting in the middle. Just 1 minute of stoppage time. Can they mount one last assault on goal before we go in at the break? Deng dealt with by Sakai. Well, Sako was fouled by Deng, who tries to stress his innocence. He's so adept and so clever, is Osako. Well, that's the end of the first half. It's been a really good game, a really good half of football. Yuya Osako with his 13th goal of the season, separating the two sides after Albirex were caught trying to play out from the back. But for Daiya Maekawa, it would be 1-1. A quite astonishing save to deny Kaito Taniguchi just before the break. Albirex very much in this. Vissel Kobe, needing a win at the moment, are heading for a victory, because as the players make their way off at half-time, in what's been a really good half of football, Vissel Kobe have the lead. It's Albirex Niigata 0, Vissel Kobe 1. Welcome back to the Denka Big Swan. Really good first half between Albirex and Vissel. Aside from Kobe have the lead. And there has been a change for the home side for the second half. Off has gone Yuji Hoshi, and replacing him Hiroki Akiyama. Straight swap. Back foot at the start of the second half, and Muto was arriving and just couldn't get on top of the header. A chance within 20 seconds. Really good by Yuruki. Muto just couldn't quite get up high enough to get on top of the ball. Real opportunity though, right at the start of the second half. Nicely created by Koya Yuruki. Ino is fouled, because he was introduced in the first half when Mateus Tuller went off injured, meaning that little change around that sees Sakai now playing at the heart of the defence alongside Osaki. Takehiro Ko, forward by Fujiwara. Taniguchi's touch was a little heavy. Will break it in midfield and come out towards Muto. Ino. Just got maybe a little bit too much of the outside of his boot, or maybe a little bit of shit on the ball that he lifted forward. Nanase Ino. I mentioned in the first half the continued absence of Kikuchi and Yamakawa from this Vissel Kobe side. Good nick. Sasaki did well, didn't he? Came from nowhere to win that ball. Hatsuse. Well, they're looking for a foul, which they're not going to get on Sasaki. The onus very much on Albirex to claw their way back into this game. It was a tight game when the sides met in the Nuevia back in April. 0-0 draw. Bearing in mind that was the first game the sides had played since 2017. Rivals for a long time before that. The last game that was played here before that was in 2016. Vissel Kobe winning that. 2-0. Second goal scored by Lucas Podolski. Had some good ones, haven't they, Vissel Kobe, in the last few years? German international, a German legend. And of course now, life beginning without Andres Iniesta, and it's, at the moment, beginning with a victory. As much of the season, of course, has seen Iniesta hardly involved, really, over the early part of this season. Yoshida has used him sparingly. Did have his leave prior to departure when his partner gave birth as well, so he missed some football as well through that. Hatsuse with a corner. Deep opportunity at the far post. Certainly left Sasaki with a bit to do. More than a bit to do, as it would turn out. It's very, very deep round the back, and he never really gets any decent contact on it, much to his consternation. It's a lovely ball by Yamaguchi. quite take it in. Kojima took a chance, and Deng's taken a chance, and Deng's lost it, and it's Osako. Shot was charged down initially, headed by Watanabe. Managed to suppress that self-inflicted fire. And nicely done to bring the ball away by Akiyama. Matsuda. Matsushi will go with him. It's a good contest, that. And the defender just has the edge this time. Too low off the field. They aren't the biggest defensively now. The Brazilian centre-back moving off. Sakai, of course, very much a full-back. Nino stationed around the penalty spot as well. What they are, though, is well organised. Oh, it's Taniguchi. He's tried a variation and something different. Really difficult ball to hit. But Keito Taniguchi showed at the end of the first half with an effort that was brilliantly saved. Maekawa, his technique's not to be found wanting, but what a difficult chance that is. The ball on the half volley, rearing up. It would have been something to behold had he, one, hit the target and two, scored. Sako's flick. Fujiwara with the half clearance. Osako, who's offside. Kojima towards Arai. Almost trying to bully the way downfield there, Albirex. He's physical and putting challenges in. Watanabe. It was tidy. Ryosuke Kojima will get them moving. Akiyama. Deng. Taniguchi. Masuda. He's looking for Mito on this near side. First touch is brilliant. Good defensive cover by Muto, helping out Ino. That's good from Mito again. Taniguchi! It's going to break towards Fujiwara. Still they come with Arai. Watanabe. Composed defending. Really good by Yotakomi. Fujiwara. Really good by Akiyama. And the cross is for Yotakome and Taniguchi, and that's probably going to be a foul against the forward. And again, it's really good defending. Just getting bodies in and around the ball. Ino did well. If anything, Taniguchi has to take the ball away from himself. We thought this would be the story in Japanese football today, of course. Albirex Niigata against Vissel Kobe. Turns out it's the second story involving these two cities in Japanese football today, with the move of Hikaru Kitagawa, the Japan women's international defender, making the move from Niigata to Kobe. And women's football, it's already got more than a few headlines across the Japanese sporting media. We're now over to the men's section to provide some more headlines. It's probably going to be handball against Yoruki, and is. Watanabe for Arai. That's a good ball for Yotakome. And again, Leo Osaki's cover is really, really good. Needed to be two. Matsuda. Layoff was given to him, but he'd gone the other way. You wonder if he's happy with what he's seeing down there, Jean-Patrick. Down on the bench, as is Takehiro Gagihara. They've both been doing some strenuous warming up. Header by Takehiro. Yuruki. Amuto! Well, it's a bit of a swinger, wasn't it, in the end with the left foot. Not as good as the chance that Yuruki made for him very early on in the second half. Still probably disappointed that he didn't get better contact than that. More than has the ability to do so. Osaki. Ino. Forward by Maekawa. Muto's clever touch to just give him that little bit of space from the defender. The defender does recover. Cross. Was curling awkwardly from Yamaguchi. Again, they've won the ball back. Again, Albirex do enough. Takehiro Ko. Taniguchi. Ko again. Taniguchi again. I don't think he wanted it. I don't think he expected it. Did well when the ball came up and reared into his chest to almost cushion it down for himself. Arai did well there. The ball was rather thundered at him from close range by Akiyama. Watanabe. Nicely done. Mito, great ball. Taniguchi was waiting, but Ryo Yasuda did so well. Great defending, not for the first time in this second half from the fullback. Another example there of his ability at both ends of the field, Ryo Yasuda. And why he is attracting the interest that he is. Another corner, another opportunity for the home side. First header is won well, once again by Ryo Yasuda. Yota Komi forward, the goalkeeper's coming. He saw it from a kilometre away, what was coming there, and came to claim and did it really, really well. Daiya Makawa. To play second fiddle for a long, long time and wait for his opportunity. He's really taking it now. First half save will live long in the memory. Yasuda's cross is deflected up into the air. Watanabe half away. That's, well, it's almost a fine goal from Osako out of nothing. It's the woodwork that denies him. Looked as though he'd done everything right and scored, only for the woodwork to keep it out. Even off the inside of the woodwork, it looked initially like it was going in. Wonder if Kojima got a little touch on it. We'll see it again in a moment. So close to 2-0. Could be 1-1. That's a challenge on Mito by Osaki, and the referee has the decision to make here. Was Shunsuke Mito through on goal had this challenge not been made? Have a look now. Coming together involving the three players, and then a drag. Almost clawed him down, didn't he? What you would say is that Ino is there providing cover. I mean, they've both got hold of Mito's shirt. And it is one that VAR would have looked at and said, is that a denial of a goal-scoring offence? You see that Naoto Arai is suggesting it was. Certainly, Matsuhashi will probably feel so. You see the reaction of the players talking to the referee. They don't have the benefit of the replay we've just seen, but he will just wait for official clarification from Yuda Yamamoto. Well, the low blocker lies behind the wall. Substitutes on it to lie down on the floor. Yota Komi has placed this ball very, very deliberately, very precisely. He's already made one truly outstanding save. It was exhilarating to see Maekawa stopping that first half. Can they test him again? Komi then respots the ball again, very deliberate to set himself. Is this the moment? Well, the wall does its job, And Osako, who was in the way, gets the ball in the way. You'll be disappointed with that. It was a little tame in the end. Well, we've played 20 minutes in the second half. Niigata desperately fighting to get back into the game. That said, we've still not had a look again at Osako hitting the post because of the drama we've had subsequently. Muto was involved in that chance for Yuya Osako. Involved here as well. Here comes the first change that we thought was going to happen, and Koya Yoruki, who's caused problems all evening, will make way. Fresh legs for Kobe. And Jean-Patrick, who did start the game against Consadole Sapporo last week, comes onto the field. It was his first start of the season. This is his 12th substitute appearance of the season. But that is down to, as we say, that little trio that have worked so well together. 23 goals, 24 goals between them now, with that 13th goal of the season for Osako tonight. We have Yoruki, Muto and Osako. Here's Jean-Patrick, away by Deng. Away by Fujiwara. Osaki wants help from his goalkeeper, who's coming, and he's done really well. He has done really well, because he took control of a situation that was rapidly escalating into something that could be problematic, and it was very good defending in the end. Great nick by Ino. Again, reading the play well, but now he's hurt himself. And Mito, and again, and a little challenge there, a little challenge there, and a clearance by Ryo Hatsuse. Muto, Osako. Towards Osako. It's flick, but comfortable for RI to deal with. We're already into the final quarter of the game now. It's been pulsating, it's been riveting, it really has. And it's still balanced so nicely. Vissel Kobe's lead is intact. Goal scored after 15 minutes by Yuya Osako, who could have added a second in the second half when he hit the post. Deng. Akiyama. Nicely done. And it breaks. Well, the shot was hit by Akiyama. Didn't really get hold of it. Good block again, mind you. Said the goalkeeper would have been able to throw his hat on it. If goalkeepers wore hats still. Osako just outflying Jean-Patrick with that. Well, it's building nicely to what could be a really good finish, this. Lovely ball. And the cross for Taniguchi is too high. It'll come once again for Matsuda. Link-up is good with Fujiwara. Too high for Taniguchi. It was Arai who threw himself at it. On by Mito. Akiyama does well to keep it. He's going to stop the game, is he? No, he's going to carry on, even though there's a man down. It's Muto. No to Arai. Sasaki, Jean-Patrick moving at pace. And will win the free kick. Sasaki is still feeling that challenge from a little earlier. Referee's just going to check for a challenge here. And VAR has called the referee over to have a look. This is it, it's Akiyama. And where Sasaki was caught. Well, I think that it's clear that he catches him. The question is, of course, is it deemed to be of sufficient physicality? Well, it's needing a good few looks. It's one of those that's probably right on the borderline. And it just comes down to the opinion of the referee. And it's quite simply whether or not he feels that it's dangerous or reckless. Reckless is yellow, dangerous is red. And it's either nothing or a red card. And it's going to be a card. So it's not a red card for Akiyama. As we said, it's right on the borderline, isn't it? There's enough ball there, but the follow-through is what initiates the contact. And now the referee's going to restart game from where that incident happened. Leo Osaki is saying, well, we've got a free kick up there. We want it up there. Anyway, Gustavo Nescau, the Brazilian, is going to come on here, along with Shusuke Ota. Two forwards. Off go Taniguchi and Matsuda. Taniguchi's done really well. He's been really unfortunate not to score. But Ota and Gustavo will come on. Can they provide something in the next 15 minutes? that free kick has gone out of play. The Vissel Kobe players are nonplussed, I think it's fair to say, about the last minute or so. They had a free kick in a good area. Jean-Patrick had won it. They went back to check the red card. They thought there might be a red card, and Albirex Niigata down to 10 men as it was. No red card and a free kick 40-50 metres further back down the field. Strange old game football at times. That's Watanabe. Just put Fujiwara into a little bit of trouble with the pass. That said, he didn't have much to work with. Jean-Patrick. Ryo Hatsusa. Not seen him going forward that much today. He's been quite conservative in the way he's played. Played well, though. Osaki. Ino, who's come on into this full-back role and done really well. Following the injury to Matthias Tuller. Gustavo Nescau's flick. The flag is up against Yota Komi. He's going to go and play further out on this left-hand side with the two forwards being introduced. Mito's going to play a little more centrally alongside Gustavo. Jean-Patrick was trying his best to keep the ball in play, but unable to do so. Again, trying to take it and turn in an instant. Again, Leo Osaki did well. That's Denga Osako. It's brilliant from the forward. The cover from Watanabe was really good. Again, a ball lifted forward. Ino coming across the cover well. Sakai for Hatsusa. Squeeze it down the line and keep the ball in play. Well, you will bemoan the loss of Ryotaro Ito here in Niigata. They're happy for him that he's gone to go and play in Europe, but they're missing him. He'd scored in 40% of their home games this season. Could have loved to have a goal from him now, but he's gone, and it's up to Gustavo Nescau and co to try and rescue something from this game. They've put so much into one true piece of goalkeeping genius, really. And they're near 26,519 in attendance. Would have been stunned to see that moment. Shocked that he saved it. For those who have made the long journey from Kobe, a thrill, no doubt. At the moment, they're the ones who are celebrating. 11 minutes to go plus stoppage time. One win in 5 for Albirex in the J-League. We don't want that to worsen to 1 in 6. As we say, they've got that 7-point cushion right now. 8 points down to Kashiwa Seoul, 7 down to Yokohama, they were promoted with. Shona Maui, bottom of the pile with 12 points. So there is a good cushion, but soon evaporate. And you have that cushion. Lead soon goes. As Vissel Kobe have found out, of course, up at the other end of the table where they were sitting pretty at the top of the pile. Find themselves 5 points off Yokohama F. Marinos. They will go above Nagoya Grampus with a victory in this. They'll be back up to second. And for the time being, of course, they'll be back on level games. They still have that game in hand from cancellation. Of course, when they that big friendly with Barcelona last month. Muto was trying to escape down the touchline. Vissel will make another take. Daiju Sasaki pulled up a minute or so ago. He did get that injury, of course, in the challenge with Akiyama, when he pulled up with what looked a bit of tightness of the calf. So he will now make way, and Shui Kawasaki will come on and replace him. Very much a case now of seeing the game out. You'd almost feel for the visitors. The early blow or blow of losing a defender, having to reorganise your defence, putting a fullback into centre half. A clean sheet would be very, very welcome, and certainly they'd be delighted with that. Because while the goalkeeper's made that great save, there's been a couple of other chances. They have pretty much kept Albirex at arm's length. Is Yamaguchi. Muto and Ino, and away by Deng. Muto was just waiting for that ball that just never quite looked like it was getting to him. It wasn't far away from Osako. See where Muto is there, too high for him. And Deng away well. He's played really well, Thomas Deng, the Australian. Hatsuse will take his time. Well, Ino is the blocker now for Muto. Saki just in front. Jean-Patrick is hovering too. Hatsuse with the take, he was looking for Osako. Good header away by Gustavo Nescau. Was flighted to nowhere. Normally, they're normally reliable. Gataku Sakai. 4 seasons with Albirex Niigata, returning to Niigata today to the Denka Big Swan. And looking as though he might be taking 3 points away with him, as well as the well wishes of all here. But maybe that might change, because this is the man who's most likely of creating something. Mito went for goal when he did have options. That's really good. Cross towards Gustavo Nescau. Really good header away by Osaki again. And now Osako. Just so clever. So good. Holding the ball up, winning a free kick. And walks away with a wry smile on his face. Take the sting out of the game. Yuzuru Shimada has been getting ready on the touchline, and here he is now to join us. Takahiro Cole will make way. Armband swaps from one to another, and the 32-year-old comes onto the field. Played most of his career outside the top flight, as most of these Albirex Niigata players have. They've brought them up into the J-League. It's why they've won so many friends this season with approach and the way they've played. The attempt at the cross by Kawasaki, charge down. Well, there's 5 minutes to go. You almost feel there's a story still to be told from this game. Another chapter yet to be written. Matchweek number Sakai. It's Kawasaki. Jean-Patrick. Crosses deep for Muto, but the Brazilian had wandered casually into an offside position. Watanabe. It's forward for Yota Komi. And now Mito did well to take the ball in. It was never really in his grasp. He wants to sort his feet out. Now then, Arai looking for Gustavo Nescai, away by Sakai. There's the follower. What a block that is by the former Albirex man. Gotoko Sakai got in the way, having headed the initial ball away. Here they come again with Arai again. Shimada's cross charge down. Still they come. Do Albirex Niigata. They're not lying down here. Away by Sakai again. Arai. Sakai again wins the header. Osako, now the counter-attack. Trying to put this one to bed. It's 3 against 2. Here comes Muto. Jean-Patrick in space. Osako arriving. And it's a great piece of defensive cover to get back and get the ball away from Shusuke Ota. Actually made a little bit of a mess of it in the end. Well, Ota doing well to get back and across. This game's still alive. Again, instructions from Muto for Ino. Ryo Hatsuse's corner. Thomas Dames won just about everything in the air all day. Commanding performance from the Australian at the heart of that Albirex Niigata defence. But for one moment, when they tried to play out from the back, gave the ball away on the edge of their own penalty area. And that's the goal that separates the sides. It's been so well balanced. All right. Albirex Niigata will feel they deserve a goal and an equaliser. The question, whether they can get it. Can they get one last chance? We're inside the final 90 seconds now of the 90 minutes. There will be time to add on at the end of the game. Watanabe. That's nice. This is Arai. Gustavo Nescau tries to get there. It comes for Akiyama. He sorts his feet out beautifully. Blocked by the defender, Osaki. And the follow-up is high and over the top from Yotakomi. Akiyama does so well to step away from Jean-Patrick. Certainly would have given the goalkeeper something to do. But for Osaki getting in the way. Well, they say you always get one chance. It's one of the age-old football stories. Was that their chance? Was that just a speculative shot? We shall see. He's been so busy at both ends of the field. Comes off Vissel Kobe. How much of Albirex Niigata got left? More significantly, how much time have they got left? Well, it's going to be 6 minutes. Oh, there's plenty of time left. Lots more drama to be unleashed upon this game. Osako for Yamaguchi. Jean-Patrick. Yamaguchi. It's good defending by Fujiwara, who wants the ball and wants to throw himself. Didn't just make the tackle to concede the throw. Got a touch off the Brazilian, that's dang forward. Sakai's got a bit of a bang there. There's not much Gustavo Nescau can do, but gave a fair whack to Kataku Sakai, who is down but is off the field, having landed awkwardly. Just a bit clumsy from the big substitute. Well, he's close to a win on his return to Niigata now, is Sakai. Goalkeepers come Kojima and did well. Here's Hatsuse. Osako. Deng in the way. Osako again. Yoshinori Muto. On by Ino for Muto. Again, the cover is good, and Akiyama trying to bring the ball away, but can't squeeze it through to an orange shirt to get them moving. Yotakomi. Put everything into this game of the home side. Well, Vissel Kobe are standing firm. Corner flag might take a bit of a beating here, as Kawasaki keeps the ball for as long as he can down there without committing an infringement. Eventually sat down and deemed that that was enough. Midway through the stoppage time. What is still in the tank for both these sides? Gustavo Nescau with Osaki is going to be penalised in that tussle. Osaki left on the floor. Nescau left frustrated. Again, it's an arm tangle, it's a tussle. He's just making sure that everything is still where it's supposed to be. Sakai will pick him up. He's been really good today, alongside Sakai, who will probably take a lot of the headlines, move from right back to centre back in this game. He's certainly one of the smallest centre backs you'll ever see is Gotoku Sakai. A man who's got quite the story behind his life, born in New York, German mother, Japanese father. Moved to Niigata at the age of 2. And now his first return back to Albirex Niigata and the Denka Big Swan is less than 90 seconds away, you would imagine. of ending with 3 points. This is Jean-Patrick. This is where Vissel want to be at this stage. Otto does well. Well, this is, as they say, it for Albirex Niigata today. Akiyama. They've been quite measured in their approach all day. Akiyama's cross. It's actually a really, really good ball. It's just there's no one there. And he went early in a cross goal. No one could get there. But it was more than worth a gamble to put it there. Well, that might be that for them. Yamaguchi. Good win by Fujiwara. The referee almost got in the way. Hasn't had a look at the watch yet. The technical area and the bench and the Vissel Kobe staff imploring the referee to blow up. Takayuki Yoshida is quite animated down there. But it's not over yet. Mito, Fujiwara, last chance. Header away by Ino. Arai. Gustavo Nescau goes for it. It's away by Sakai. And perhaps fitting that it was Gataku Sakai who would have the last important touch of the game on his return to the Denka Big Swan Stadium. His first time playing here as an opposition player. He has returned and got a victory thanks to that man, Yuya Osako. That goal after 15 minutes, but you can see what it means. You can see what it's taken out of Yoshimoto and co. It's a huge effort they've put in. It's a big, big 3 points that lifts them back up to second in the J-League. For Albirex Niigata, it's just 1 win in 6 now, but today you have to say they've come out a little unfortunately of that because they put so much into that game. But for a stunning save by Maekawa just before half-time, it's 1-1. The second half, they threw everything they had, but this Vissel Kobe side stood firm. They were resolute, they were resilient, and with a makeshift defence, they defended like Trojans. Big, big win for Vissel Kobe, who are back on the title trail, and the players really do deserve the plaudits. It finishes here, Albirex Niigata 0, Vissel Kobe 1. Well, you have to take a breath after that. What a fantastic game. Yuya Osako's 13th goal of the season. Very tidy finish. He hit the post in the second half as well. And no doubt we'll be hearing from him very shortly. Celebrations for those that have made that long goal journey from Kobe to Niigata. And well worth the 7 hours by road it took to get here. But he's the story, he's the man. Sakai on his return to Niigata, getting the victory. Ending the game, or playing the majority of the game as a centre-half, unfamiliar for him, but really was outstanding, as too was Leo Osaki. They were happy to play on the counter-attack after they got in front. They nearly added a second in the second half, but they had to weather quite the storm from Albirex, who once again put so much into a game, and they come out unfortunate to be on the wrong side of the result, but very much a result that Vissel Kobe needed, with just 2 wins in the last 5 in the J-League. They have to put together now a consistent run of form and victories if they are to stay with Yokohama F. Marinos and Nagoya Grampus at the top of the table. But it's a statement victory, this. A really good performance. Got the victory, had to scrap for it. when you've got the quality that you have in Osako and Muto and Yuruki as well up front. And let's hear now from the match winner.
おめでとうございます。ありがとうございます。まずはこのタフな90分を終えて今の率直なお気持ちからお聞かせください。そうですね、試合前からアクシデントもあり、試合中もアクシデントがあり、その中でしっかりとチームとして1点を守りきれたってことは、この先、通してみれば、すごく大きい勝ち点差になったかなと思います。得点はかなり早い時間帯に取れました武藤選手とのコンビで